Alright, so we're back here on our main page for our SharePoint, and today what we're going to be looking at is the difference between SharePoint and OneDrive. So in essence, OneDrive is a document library like you have in SharePoint, although its purpose is really just for personal use. So as far as usage, it's very similar to what we've been doing up until this point in the video series, but the intention is really for personal use. So to begin with, we're going to come up to the app launcher, which is these few dots just on the top left side of your SharePoint window, and select OneDrive. And you get here a default view for your OneDrive. So at the moment I don't have anything in there, which is why it's empty, but it looks very similar to a document library in SharePoint. So you can see along the top I have a new, upload or sync, and dropping onto new I'll have options to select a new Word document, Excel, PowerPoint, notebook, as well as creating folders and other things like that. So what I'll do initially is just go to Word document, and you can see very similar to creating a Word document in SharePoint. I now have here a Word document that's opened with Word Online that I can simply start typing in. And like everything else in SharePoint, when working with Word Online, everything is pretty much instantly saved, so I don't need to go up and select save or anything like that. And in fact, you can actually see along the top here, it was just saving and has just changed to save. So I can select back when complete, and I'm back here on my OneDrive, and here's the document that I've just created. So I can actually right click on that or select the ellipsis, and again, similar to SharePoint, I'll have options to download, delete, rename, as well as version history like we get in SharePoint. So for this one I'll just go rename, and let's just give it a name. And there we can see the file created. Again, same with SharePoint, you can select upload and go to files, or actually upload folders. You can also still drag and drop files in simply like we did with SharePoint. And you can see now I have 4 additional documents which I've just uploaded now, and I can select into these Excel spreadsheets here. And you can simply make a few changes. Alright, and then we're just back here in our OneDrive. So other things we can do with your OneDrive, again very similar to what we can do with SharePoint, is select files and simply select share. And we have here pretty well the exact same dialog box you see when sharing something with SharePoint. So as you can see, the usability of OneDrive is very similar to what you have been doing so far with SharePoint. In essence, as mentioned earlier, OneDrive is really just a personal document library like you get in SharePoint. Alrighty, thanks again for joining me. That's been OneDrive with Office 365, OneDrive for Business, and we look forward to seeing you on the next lesson.